VR and prescription glasses, it's kind of like button heads a little bit. And here recently, VR Rock reached out to me. They make prescription lens inserts for pretty much every headset on the market. And they asked me if I would review their lenses for them. And I didn't really kind of know what to say. I believe in this type of product, but I don't need prescription lens inserts myself. But we did find a cool solution for this video. I had VR Rock make prescription lens inserts for my good friend who I sit right next to at work. And he's pretty much blind or damn near close to it. He has a really aggressive prescription, and he's an avid VR player like I am. So they sent him over some stuff. So what we're going to do in this video actually is I'm going to interview my friend Cris, and he's going to tell us about his experience using these lenses, and they'll help you decide if they're right for you. If you decide that you do want to pick up some VR Rock prescription lens inserts, use the promo code BMACVR and the affiliate link that is in the description for this video. That promo code will save you, I think, 10% on your purchase, and then that affiliate link will give me a small kickback to help support the channel. So yeah, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. I've never done a video quite like this before. I usually like to kind of give my own opinion on things on my channel here. But yeah, I thought this was, like I said, the most authentic way to give you an actual informed opinion. So let's take it away. Let's head over to Cris here, and we'll start the interview. All right. Well, Cris, thanks for joining us here today. I know that you have been using the VR Rock prescription lens inserts for, would you say, a week or two now?
Yeah, a few weeks. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So I think the first thing that people will really want to know is it good optical quality? Like, do you think, is it comparable to your prescription that you have at home? Did they get it right? How was the viewing experience when looking through these lenses?
Yeah, it was amazing. I have made a joke with people that my glasses, which these are decent glasses, I didn't really cheap out on these, and I have a multifocal prescription that is unbalanced from eye to eye. Not sure if you can see that, but I got a pretty thick hunk of plastic on the left here. My prescription is pretty harsh, and when I put these glasses on, I can see good, I can see well, but to be funny about it and to tell the truth, once I put the VR Rock inserts in and used the pass-through, the new color pass-through on the latest Quest, I could see better. This looking around was a better experience through my headset than through my glasses. So sending in that prescription, they nailed it, and the inserts worked great optically.
So if you need a pair of glasses, you can just toss on the headset and use
Yeah,
pass through. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
You're just gonna go through life, with that. And then in game, obviously, it looks great too, I'm assuming.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. In game, it's just like I'm wearing contacts. I have contacts in right now, and like I said, crystal clear. And even though I have a multifocal prescription, they used, I think they used my base, my mid to far range prescription. I have a nearsighted
Mhm.
area of my lenses, and then the far-sighted mid to far. They use that. It works great. There's in a VR experience, there's not too much that you draw right up in front of your face, like reading something, manipulating something. Most everything you do is a few feet to, many feet away. It works great.
Yeah, yeah. Did you notice any like glaring or flaring or anything like that?
No, the only thing I noticed is I have been blessed with a larger than most nose. And when I put these inserts in, of course, you lose a millimeter or so of space for the base mounts that hold the lenses, and then the lenses themselves are another millimeter or two. And so a couple times I could feel it touching on the bridge of my nose where I have the headset comfortably set, but it's not scraping. It was just touching, and so you notice it, but of course you start having fun in your headset and you're not noticing it anymore.
So give me a side profile of that beak real quick.
Oh yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I can smell you
Um,
from here.
So my guess is, if because you have the Quest 3S, my guess is if
Yes.
you have like the pancake optics on the Quest 3, um, the sweet spot in that headset is so large that you could probably just scooch the lenses out a little bit, and it probably wouldn't rest against you. Did you try that with your Quest 3S?
Yeah, I usually keep them on the smallest IPD,
Mhm.
but I was able to notch it to the middle setting, and it was pretty good.
Okay, yeah, so you're a bit of a cyclops like I am then. So, but okay, so what was it like when you were putting the lens inserts into the headset itself? Can you kind of talk us through, I guess, how it does that, how it holds them in place?
Yeah, and I'm not going to take them back out because once you've got them snapped in, and they do snug and snap in pretty good, those base rings that you have to install. Uh, Putting those on was only slightly scary. I know they have kind of an instructional thing where they recommend you put something soft on the surface because you're going to be pushing down when you go to install those rings. I did that. I just put a little towel down so I didn't scratch up the front of this or any of the lenses here on
That's a
the
good tip.
Quest.
That's a good tip, yeah.
But yeah, but I did put that in and kind of a push and a little rock around because the tolerance is amazingly tight. But I got it to snap in place, nothing too scary. I didn't think I broke anything. Got both of those in, and then the lenses themselves just have three magnets on the back to orient
Okay.
and stick to that frame. And those, it's so easy to put these in. You can even get close and they kind of draw themselves into place. Um, so now that those mounts are installed, getting these in and out of the Quest is half a second. There, I just
Yeah,
dropped
that's
it on
easy.
accident and it fell into place.
Yeah, that is definitely easy. I think that's one of the big benefits to lens inserts, especially. And I know you kind of have a lot of people that are coming over to your house and you're sharing and showing off VR to as many people as you kind of can. So whenever I do that uh, with people's glasses, I don't really like them to even kind of put the headset on, to be honest,
Right.
because I don't want them to scratch my lenses up. So for you, when you're showing other
Yeah.
people, you can just quickly kind of take them out and
Oh
hand them
yeah.
off without really having to probably adjust. I think it's called the eye relief, is how close the lenses are to your eyes. So that's pretty cool there for sure. Or if you're in a family where you're sharing a headset and you got one person who has a prescription and others that don't, you could easily kind of swap in and out without there being too much friction.
Yeah. Yeah. I have kids that come down and hey, we want to try out your headset. And so I just keep the little case handy that they give you. And this way I kind of call this up, if you will. So they know to put the left and the right in there. And they don't even have to close and zip this, just as long as the lenses are somewhere and they can put them off to the side and play all they want. And even if they don't put them back in, I'm not, the next time I come to use it, again, it's just a couple of seconds putting them in. It can be a little tricky to get them in and out of this case. It's got this webbing that they slide into. Sometimes grabbing at them and getting them out can be a thing. So you get your hands on them, but they do give you the cleaning cloth. So I just keep that with it and pull them out, give them a quick rub, throw them in. So it's not an ordeal to get back into action for me if somebody else is taking them out.
Okay, cool, great. Is there any way you think they could make the product better?
I noticed, so being optically challenged, when I first opened the product and started looking at the pieces parts, for those who use contact lenses all the time, they are very familiar with the big old L and the big old R. Everybody knows to look for the labels, either on the boxes or on the product or something like that. You don't need it with glasses, that's pretty much a given, but these lenses, of course, came separate, left and right. And the first thing I looked for was a label. Where's the L? Where's the R? And it is inscribed on the product. The lenses themselves have that in the molding of the plastic. But I tell you what, these old eyes, even now I'm having trouble finding it. It's in there somewhere, an L or an R. There it is. It's on one of the posts.
Mm,
So there's the magnet on the back, and on one of the posts there's a little tiny L, little tiny R. They are labeled, but I had took a few minutes to find it, In fact, I think I accidentally had them switched, if you believe it or not, since my eyes are so different. I had them switched as I was trying to figure out which ring to install on which side of the headset, because they are different. It's not the same ring, since the lenses in the Oculus are not circles. They've got a shape to them that you have to kind of match with the installation rings,
Mhm.
the bases. But I figured it out after a while. I don't know what they can do. Maybe just put a silly sticker on there, that you can take off once you've opened it or something
Yeah.
like that, just to guide me. It would have saved me a few minutes, but I made it.
Okay. Yeah. So both the lenses and the like lens mount, I guess you'll say, have labels on them. And
I believe the mounts have labels, but again, I didn't find them. So I just did a little bit of test and nope, that's not it. There we go. And they
okay.
clicked in.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So maybe like I guess maybe some kind of like paint or marking to make it stand out a bit more will help, especially because you're blind as can be when you're trying to
Yeah.
get these on there. So okay,
And they came in a bag. They were bagged in the box. So even if the bag had a sticker on it, they don't have to put it on the product, but
okay.
something to guide me in there probably would have saved about 5, 10 minutes.
And do you prefer using your headset with these lens inserts as opposed to contacts or glasses?
I actually am 50-50 on using my contacts versus the installed lenses, and my contacts are out. I don't have a preference because they're both really good. Technically, contacts work a little bit differently than lenses do. Lenses are more of a magnification tool, and contacts are more of a focusing element. But it might be different per person, the experience exactly. I don't have a preference. I don't, when I think it's headset time, I don't have to run off and, oh, I better put my contacts in or take my contacts out. I don't mind, whatever I happen to have going on at the moment is going to be fine.
Okay, yeah. So if you have your contacts in, you just pop the lenses out. If you were wearing your glasses, you take those off and then you put the lens inserts in. Okay. All right, Chris, that kind of takes care of all the questions I had for you about these lens inserts. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, since I got into VR a few years ago, with my vision issues, that was one of the first things that I looked into was what is available to adapt these lenses. And they were a little more expensive back in the day. I think the price has come down, the VR Rock. I mean, these are amazing, and I waited pretty long to get into it. I wish I had gotten into it sooner because this solution is wonderful.
All right, cool. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you providing insight that I couldn't have given. My vision, I'm pretty lucky. I don't have a problem with it. So I was glad that we were able to do this. I was glad that VR Rock was open to this kind of video and collaboration on it. So yeah, thanks for your time today, man. And we'll see you in Demio or Battle Mark here probably pretty soon. So,
Yes, sir. See you there.
all right, thanks, Chris. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If there was any questions that I didn't ask Chris, let me know, and I can talk to him, or I can convince him to comment and answer right back to you. So yeah, put those questions down in the comments. If you're looking to pick up the VROC prescription lens inserts, use promo code BMACVR, save yourself 10% and help support the channel. So yep, thanks again. And if you found this video helpful, do the whole like and subscribe thing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.